Conference championship 6-2 over the Bears in 22, and 2 years ago Lipscomb won 4-1, and we are underway. So Central Arkansas will be moving right to left, Lipscomb left to right here. Malachi Jones has a touch. Central Arkansas having to defend very tightly. That's what Frank Kohlenstein said. And he knows how great of a team Lipscomb is. He said in our conversation earlier this morning, while laughing, he said you can't sprinkle magic dust to automatically make your players do what you want them to, but you hope they've learned from trials and tribulations and challenges that they've faced over the course of a season against very difficult opponents. And Central Arkansas did schedule a pretty tough non-conference season to prepare themselves for conference play. Played a handful of ranked opponents early in the season in August and September. All three on the road, as there's a good chance on the near side, far side rather, caught by Juan Carlos Rodriguez. But just to finish that thought, at the time 19th ranked SMU, as we get one more look at the opening shot from Tajio James. At 7th ranked Florida International, which wound up being a scoreless draw. And then at 17th ranked at the time, Denver. Dang tries to head it out. Luka Nauman chips it. And that's what Coach Kohlenstein said. He wanted to give his team some lessons from non-conference play that can translate into what the grind of conference play is. Because he has a very young team, a lot of turnover from 2022 to 2023. And wanted to ensure they had those experiences. He said he probably could have done a better job in that department, with, of course, hindsight always being 2020. Another goal kick deflected away in the corner. James can't believe the call.
See there Levi Jones tracking back and covering in defense on that far side. Something important for the Bisons, having their attacking wingers also come back. Supportive roles defensively. The numbers that they like to press forward, that's super important for them to do, to not get outnumbered when Central Arkansas does come the other way.
First foul of the night called on either team. A little more than 3 minutes into play as McAleenan takes the free kick. In the air toward Jones, he has it near the corner. It's turned around, a couple of defenders on him. McAleenan sends it into the box and headed back out. There's a shot deflected. Looks like Lucas Shearer for Central Arkansas able to bat it away. Alan Efti off the feed from Levi Jones. And back outside it goes. Central Arkansas trying to get something in transition, but Lipscomb right there. And another clearance. Pietro Fontana, his first touch, very important player. Central Arkansas, their leading goal scorer with 12. He's tied for 10th with 5 different players for most goals at the Division I level. Central Arkansas called for offside there, leading to a Lipscomb free kick in the first roughly 5 minutes of this one. Mentioned earlier that these two teams have played 6 times the last 3 seasons. The overall series history, Lipscomb leads 8-2. Dating back to 2006, a 6-3 win September 30th here in the Music City for the Bisons. Stampatori near the corner. Defended well by Travis. Deflected away. Malachi Jones punches one, headed back toward the near corner. Stampatori couldn't get to it. Jones intercepts the outlet pass from Ichikawa. Macalina now. Robles the takeaway. And he fires it over to his keeper for the goal kick. Nauman heads it back the other way. Alanefti with 3 gray jerseys surrounding him. Nauman chops at it. Levi Jones deflected that out of bounds. Central Arkansas awarded the throw-in. That'll be taken by 23, Dion Travis. Travis, second team All-ASUN this year from Madison, Mississippi. He's a graduate. Crowd really into it. Student section alive as that gets chopped in. Fontana offside.
First goal in this game is going to be so important for who it comes to. It is Lipscomb that scores first. They're going to have the advantage, being able to bring the weapons they have off the bench. And Central Arkansas have to push forward, and they'll look to build on that lead. If Central Arkansas score first, they're going to force the Bisons to pull themselves out more and try super hard for an equalizer. A team that's very solid defensively, being the Bears.
Now Frank Colenstein, very complimentary of his back line, featuring Josh Barros, Elijah Bishop, Ben Hughes, and the aforementioned Dion Travis. Said he and his other coaches ask a lot of them, especially in one-on-one defending, but they work hard and have excelled for him this year. Jones plays this one ahead. As Nauman to his right, and that ball deflected, leading to the first corner of the night. This will be taken by Lipscomb.
It's a Lipscomb corner kick.
Alanefti will take the corner. High arcing ball, headed and cleared out by Ichikawa. Lipscomb with another opportunity. Travis deflects it, knocked out by Alanefti on the far side. Central Arkansas awarded the throw-in.
Last corner there from Plutarchus Alanefti was a good ball into the box, into a dangerous area right at the top of that 6-yard box. George McCready getting his head on it, getting it down into the ground. Luckily for the Bears, there was a defender on the line ready to clear it away.
You know, it's interesting if you look at the two 6-yard boxes in terms of the color of the grass. A really nice defensive play for another Lipscomb corner. It's a lot darker green than the rest of the field. Some frosts last week in Nashville, but Charles Morrow was really complimentary of the grounds crew that Lipscomb has. They put thermal blankets covering each 6-yard box to protect it from the cold, and that's been very helpful. Catch made by Javier Ramirez immediately off the corner. Charles Morrow really expressed no worries on the field conditions from the two women's semifinal matches Thursday, the men's first round Saturday, and the women's championship here yesterday. A lot of contact on the near side. Let's take one more look. Dang just got wrestled down by Robles.
Andres Robles not liking that Nick Dang was rightfully shielding the ball out of play for a goal kick. He's allowed to do that. He's allowed to use his strength to his advantage there and just shield it out. Robles choosing to throw Dang to the ground. I'm honestly surprised the referee didn't award a yellow card there. The amount of physicality that was unnecessarily put in there.
Kevin Fikar is our referee. Two assistants tonight, Tim Stewart and Amir Torkamani. Fontana into the box. Defended very well. And here come the Bisons the other way. Stampatori going coast to coast, gives it up to Jones. Jones keeps possession. Good cross for Javon Smith, just couldn't get to it. His brother Levi Jones gets to it, sends it back in toward net. Ichikawa heads it toward the corner. Good slide tackle by McAleenan, keeping it alive for Lipscomb. That gets deflected out. Lipscomb awarded the throw-in.
That play all started with a beautiful defensive work from George McCready, covering on what seemed to be a 1v1 opportunity for Pietro Fontana. Led to the Bison's attack.
Lucas Shearer plays it back. Tajio James. James fires wide right. Rodriguez watches it sail by him.
Not a bad effort there from Tajio James. A good amount of curl and good amount of dip on it. Just the wrong side of the post from James's perspective. Those are the kind of spots that Central Arkansas want to find him in. Right near the top of the 18-yard box, looking to cut inside and make moves like that on net.
McAleenan pooches it ahead for Alan Efty. And another Lipscomb corner coming up. Knocked away by Jerry Gutierrez, third of the match for Lipscomb.
It's Lipscomb corner kick.
Nauman will take it. Headed back out. McAleenan, and just too much on it for Levi Jones, who watches it roll out the far side. So Travis throws it in here momentarily for Central Arkansas. And a
Rough
foul on
tackle
Central
there.
Arkansas as George McGreedy lying on the turf.
Yellow card issued too.
On Fontana.
That's big for Central Arkansas. Pietro Fontana, their top attacker, on a yellow card. Not able to press as high or as aggressively as he may like. Doesn't want to dive in and potentially get a second yellow.
Now Fontana by far their biggest goal scorer this season. He has 12, like we mentioned earlier. No one else has more than 3. But he has to be careful for the remaining 75 minutes. Oh, wow, they awarded Lipscomb the corner. I thought that was going to be a goal kick. And Deion Travis, shocked as all of us are.
Bisons have been dangerous from set pieces all season. Something that helped them gain that 1 seed. See if they can connect here.
Alanefti takes it headed, and that rolls out. It was close. But instead, a Ramirez goal kick forthcoming.
And Nick Dang, someone who's often rising up above the rest of playing field. Able to get his head on that one, just deflects it wide. Definitely setting into their groove here for the last 10-ish minutes. Forcing Central Arkansas to foul like they did there.
As Jones took a spill. Another Central Arkansas foul. That'll be their 3rd.
It seems like the Bears have just been somewhat frustrated so far in this one. Not really able to get on the ball too much other than the opening about 3-4 minutes.
Foul was called on Robles. Lipscomb throw in here with 28 on the clock, taken by Stampatori. And it'll go the other way. Alanefti was called for the foul, the first of the game for Lipscomb, and take one more look at this here. A lot of contact along the sideline with Richards and Cooper Kieran. I got the foul on Kieran. Who was not happy with one of the assistant referees on that far sideline. Richards on the free kick, bouncing ball finds Rodriguez. Of 2 Spaniard goalkeepers, Juan Carlos Rodriguez from Almeria, Spain, and Javier Ramirez from Carcajunt, Spain. Hopefully I said that right. Tajio James works his way into the box. James, nifty footwork, stopped by Rodriguez.
Talks about how dangerous Tajio James can be, coming down that left side and then cutting inside towards the penalty area, and did it again there. Forced a fantastic save from Juan Carlos Rodriguez.
Yeah, it almost looked a little bit blind there from Rodriguez's perspective. There was a lot of traffic underneath.
James looked as though he was trying to go through Rodriguez's legs, and Rodriguez able to drop the right knee down and make enough connection on it to clear it away. Better signs for the Bears, though, going forward. Being the best chance of the game right there.
Well, Rodriguez has allowed 26 goals on the season. And a whistle for an offside. Charles Morrow said in our call that Rodriguez is by far the best goalkeeper in the conference. And that's an astounding accolade for him from his own head coach, especially considering he's a true freshman. And he said, look, the goals allowed number is a little bit high, but if you go back and watch the tape, you'll be hard-pressed to find one that's his fault.
I agree with him there. He's been super solid for the Bisons all year long. Got in my mind that he's going to turn into an incredible keeper going forward. It truly is amazing. I have to remind myself he's a freshman.
Morrow saying he's thrilled to have him for 3 years after this. Sent ahead, catch made on the leap by Ramirez. We mentioned it Saturday for those of you who are watching, but Ramirez going into the season, the starting goalkeeper, but he had a separated collarbone in the preseason. Coaches were not sure if he'd even be able to appear at all in 2023 for Central Arkansas, so they had to go with Connor Wachtel for most of the first half of the season. Then he got banged up a little bit. Ramirez healthy enough to come back, so he took over for Wachtel and has been the hot hand ever since. Tonight for Ramirez marks his 7th appearance and 5th start overall. Goals allowed average of just over 1 for Javier Ramirez. As a bouncing ball comes in, Ramirez out of his 18-yard box. It got a little dicey. He was a little aggressive there, but it rolls out on the near side. Lipscomb awarded the throw-in.
Lipscomb substitution, now entering the match, number 16.
And that'll be delayed momentarily for a substitution. Levi Jones checks out. Tyrese Spicer checks in for Lipscomb. Spicer, the 2023 ASUN Player of the Year. Of course, with that award, you're on the all-conference first team. 3rd time in his collegiate career named All-ASUN. Malachi Jones fires, saved Ramirez. Not much behind that shot.
Yeah, it's what we've seen Malachi Jones do all season. Loves cutting it off that right side. Using his left foot to try and curl one. Had really 2 opportunities there with that one, hoping if his first shot didn't go in, the keeper bobbles it. Tyrese Spicer was waiting at the doorstep to pounce. Neither of those came to fruition for Jones, however. But here come the Bisons again on another attack.
Stampatory along the near sideline. Feathers it over for Jones. Jones, tough angle cross. And that rolls away out on the far side. Deflected over the cage, it looked like, so it'll be a goal kick for Ramirez, rather. And nobody home there for Central Arkansas. James was kind of standing on the near side open with some room with which to work to maybe maneuver his way into the box, but they just couldn't find him on a pass. Just too far up in front of Malachi Jones on the near side. Soma Ichikawa takes this throw in. Played it all 90 minutes, notched the game's only assist against Queens the other night. Robles with some real estate. Offside. Devontae Richards out on the far side was called.
Saw on Saturday night how influential Richards was for this Bears offense. Similar to what James does on the left side, getting inside and whatnot. So versatile, that Bears attack with all three, Richards, Fontana, and James, and how good all three of them are on the ball. Create problems for opposing teams' defenses. Lipscomb handling it well so far. The only good chance came to James, forced a save out of J.C. Rodriguez, but the Bison's coming the other way now.
Ooh, good pass. Really good passing here for Lipscomb. Stampatori takes it, scores! Stampatori on a second effort. Lipscomb 1-0.
What a move from Daniel Stampatori. Off some great passing. Ball ended up at Malachi Jones's feet on the right. The smoke bombs are going off for the Lippy Lunatics. But Daniel Stampatori, first shot was blocked, but that wasn't stopping him. He recovered, got his own teammate out of his way, and was able to tuck it away. Past Ramirez and the Bisons, the 1 seed, showing why they're the 1 seed. On top 1-0.
Well, what a time for Stampatori to get his first goal of the season. In the 26th minute to break the scoreless deadlock.
Now the real test for the Bears is how do they respond to that one. So here comes James right away.
Yeah, a lot of contact there between Dang and James.
Wow, that was a dangerous pass from Nick Dang. Luckily, his standpoint, Coach McCready was able to clear it away. Great defensive work from Nick Dang on James, but as I was saying, this is the real test for Central Arkansas. How can they respond? And can they do it quickly?
Well, this game has been very physical, and the referees are letting a lot of stuff go. Nick Dang, of course, the cornerstone of the back four for Lipscomb. We have a foul call that'll give Lipscomb a free kick opportunity as Jones got shoved. Foul on Devontae Richards. No referee hearing it from the Central Arkansas players. But let's see how Lipscomb can take advantage of this opportunity here. Spicer and Alan Efty around the ball. Alanefti curling, and Ramirez punches it away.
It's the left foot of Tyrese Spicer. Saw him score one similar to that earlier on the season. Pretty much the exact same spot, just on the other side of the field. Curling with the left foot to the top left corner past the keeper. Not sure if that one was on frame, but Ramirez not taking any chances. Pushing it away for another Lipscomb corner kick.
Alanefti takes the corner. Nobody for Lipscomb able to get a piece of the ball. Now Fontana and Jones tangled up. And a foul. And another look. Fontana got a lot of Jones's jersey right there. But they're gonna, yeah, both players are kind of fighting there.
Little wrestling match.
But Central Arkansas gets the benefit of the doubt.
Fontana really has to be careful. He's already on that yellow card, as we mentioned.
That's right. That's a good point.
This perspective, you cannot get frustrated and give your team even more of a deficit, getting yourself sent off.
Is it tough to balance as a player that, because you want to play with that assertiveness, free will almost, once you have that yellow card, is it really hard to tone that down when that's just who you are by nature?
You just have to be smart. You can't dive into any challenges too aggressively. You have to recognize, yes, there's time to pressure and there's time not to make a dumb mistake. And if you think there's any chance of causing a problem, you do not take it.
Good cross by Jones. Alanefti barred down. And a second chance, Smith and Spicer chopped at it, and somehow it stayed out.
What in the world? How did this ball not end up in the back of the net? Kutarkis Alanefti had the whole goal to aim at. He hits the crossbar. It ended up at the feet of both Javon Smith and Tyrese Spicer. They kind of clattered it off each other, and somehow Javier Ramirez collected it. Central Arkansas incredibly lucky not to be down 2-0 right now, and here they come.
Now Devontae Richards missed a chance to tie the game, and he can't believe it.
Richards distraught that he missed that chance.
Yeah, Rodriguez was a little far outside his 6-yard box there.
Yeah. Caught in 1v1, he's trained to close the angle, and he did that. Forced Richards to push that one wide left. Should be scoring there if you're Richards. Both teams lucky to have not given up a goal in the last minute and a half. Lipscomb with the crazy sequence down at the other end, and then Richards missing in a 1v1 opportunity. We still have another 60 minutes.
Yeah. It's been a real helter-skelter last 6 or 7 minutes of match time ever since that Stampatory goal. Alanefti plays it in front. Spicer stopped Ramirez. Just really not much that Tyrese Spicer could do right there. Tough angle and really nobody in a white jersey nearby. Lipscomb does get the corner though.
It was a great ball through to Tyrese Spicer. Said super tough angle, and he didn't have any support in the box, so he really only had one option to just try and hit it hard at the goalkeeper, and then he did. He won the corner for the Bisons. Referee making sure all the players are calmed down in the box. A little pushing and shoving going on.
Slid it over to Jones. Works his way into the box. Alanefti, good cross. Nauman back to Spicer. Spicer lost the handle of it. And contact, and Gutierrez took a spill. They do call the foul on Spicer.
A yellow card caution has been issued to Lipscomb's number 16, Tyrese.
Tyrese Spicer was called for a yellow card while we were showing you that replay. So now he has to be careful. Two of your best attackers. One for each team now with the yellow.
11, Bill Shepard. Exiting for the Bisons, number 8, Luca Nauman.
Burl Shepard checks in for Lipscomb for Luca Nauman. Ahead of this throw-in that Lipscomb was awarded. Travis hit that one off the side of his foot and now has to defend Jones. And Jones gets by him and he fell down, no call. Travis, I think, got away with something right there. At least the fans wholeheartedly believe so. Alanefti with 4 gray jerseys around him. Central Arkansas the other way. Offside. Owen Jowett called for the infraction.
Going back to that play at the other end. Malachi Jones trying to work his way around Travis. Weren't fully able to tell whether there was a lot of contact or whether Travis got the ball first from our angle, but fans surely thought that was a penalty. And on first look, I'm going to be honest, I did too. Referee didn't award it. We continue. A little over 9 minutes left in this first half.
I'm with you, Tyler. From the naked eye, it did look like a foul on Dion Travis, which would have been a PK. Shearer tries to advance, intercepted. On Smith, angles. Smith, 2 defenders around him. Deflected out, Lipscomb corner.
That's just the versatility of the Bison attack. You see so often how the front 3 interchange in positions. All 3 can play left, right, center. You saw there Javon Smith moved quickly to the left, so Tyrese Spicer filled the space in the center, allowing Smith to make that run.
Alanefti corner, headed by Dang over the net.
And again, Nick Dang finding himself in a really good position from a corner kick. Unable to put it on frame.
Team totals to this point, 11 shots for Lipscomb, 5 for Central Arkansas. 4 shots on goal for the Bisons, 3 for the Bears. In that other semifinal, we were talking about it at the top of the broadcast, Stetson and Bellarmine up in Louisville. Stetson a 2-1 lead in the 74th minute. Stetson took a 1-0 lead very early, about 3 minutes and 55 seconds into the match. They then scored at the 28th minute, and Bellarmine got on the board in the 40th minute. And that's where we have stood since, as Jones had a good shot, excellently played by Ramirez. Oh, that might have went off his hands and off his face, but as long as you get the save, right?
Definitely. He thankfully got that save. Referee allowing him to spray some water on his face really quick. Javon Smith with another great ball into the box, looking for Malachi Jones, who connected beautifully on it on the volley. Placed it right where he wanted it too. Just a great diving save down to his left from the perspective of Javier Ramirez.
Jones, a little give and go. Spicer all the way across for Smith, who just can't get to it. And Central Arkansas awarded the throw in.
Central Arkansas substitutions now entering the match. Number 20, Christian Chavez, in for number 99, Pietro Fontana. And number 6, Ben Hughes, entering the match for number 19, Lucas Shearer.
A couple of Central Arkansas substitutions ahead of this throw in. Ben Hughes for Fontana. Lucas Shearer is out for Christian Chavez. Christian Chavez trying to make an impact, and a good tackle that they don't get the call on, and it'll go the other way.
Nick Dang yet again using his physicality to advantage. There, Chavez is just all over him. Feels the shove in the back, goes down, and the assistant referee rightfully waving his flag and giving Lipscomb the free kick there.
Chavez, a senior, 6 feet tall, from Fort Smith, Arkansas.
This feels like a game that with a lot of emotion behind it, and feel tempers beginning to rise a little bit on both sides. Either team wanting their season to end here tonight.
Oh boy, Javon Smith able to race in and take it away from Barros. Lipscomb now organizes an opportunity. Smith chips one that sails wide.
Now Javon Smith catching up with the defender there. Just good never give up mentality from Smith there.
And then he just kind of airmailed the ball.
He did so
after getting it from Al-Lefty.
He did so well to win it back and then just gave it right back away.
In for number 12, Javon Smith.
Substitutions for each team. Tyler Stinnert in for Javon Smith. Seth Highfield in for Al-Lefty. That's for Lipscomb. For Central Arkansas, Shuto Yanino in for Andreas Robles. Tyler Stinnett for Lipscomb named to the all-freshman team. Louisville native. Closing in on 3 minutes remaining here in the first half, and this has been pretty exhilarating first half. Stampatori with the opening goal. About 26 minutes into play. Lipscomb awarded the free kick after the foul. Stampatori receiving a good pass. Jones just couldn't get to it. Pass from Stampatori a little bit behind him, and now Shepard advances. Stampatori, who scored the first goal, puts a move on. Stampatori, tough angle, and Ramirez is right there to pick it up.
The first two moves from Daniel Stampatori were great. Little fake, and then cutting back on the defender that was Ichikawa. He got a little selfish, decided to try one more trick, and it was one too many.
Yeah, that was very nifty footwork, though. Sent Ichikawa to the deck. One minute remaining in the first half. Central Arkansas gets its first corner. Lipscomb already with 8, if you can believe it. Jared Gutierrez, the team captain, takes this corner. Lined in there, not much behind it, and it quickly goes back out. Yanino, his ball knocked down. Lipscomb able to clear. Final 20 seconds of the first half. And Seth Highfield called for the foul.
Seven, 6, 5.
Got one more look there in the final seconds as Rodriguez bats it down. And the first half comes to a close. Well, this was a really thrilling first 45 minutes, especially the last. Exhilarating. And speaking of exhilarating, how about up in Louisville? Bellarmine scores an 83rd minute goal to tie that match at 2, and they are headed to overtime in the first ASUN semifinal. That was a match in which Stetson blew a 2-0 lead. Not much for Javon Smith to do with that ball. Got deflected out to the corner. Lipscomb will have its 9th corner of the match. Taken by Luka Naumann. Curling in there. Gang tries to get to it. He can't. Bishop won that battle. Advanced in, race for the ball. Cooper Kieran gets to it. Slid it over to Rodriguez, who launches it past midfield. Few headers that time, and now an offside called on Lipscomb. Javon Smith on the violation and the recipient of a shove by Javier Ramirez right there. Turned around and looked at Ramirez like, what?
Gave a little smile and a laugh. I think if the scoreboard was flipped, it would have been a different reaction.
Right.
But that's also something Coach Morrow was telling his players at halftime is, we have the lead, don't lose your heads. We don't want to get called for anything dumb. No pushing and shoving.
And that bouncing ball finds Ramirez. And he waits for his back line to get organized. Now Travis works ahead, sliding deflection by Naumann there. Richards can't corral the ball. Now he finally does near the corner, but has to get around Cooper. He does. And that one flipped out to the sideline. Throw in here from Elijah Bishop. Kieran sends it right back out of play.
Yet again, when the ball finds Devontae Richards, things happen. He's able to work past Luka Nauman on the end line. Put the ball in the box. It was cleared away well by the Bisons, but yet again, we talked about what Central Arkansas needed to do, and already seeing it here within the first 5 minutes.
A lot of guys for Lipscomb playing the entire match so far. Cooper Kieran, one of them. The goal scorer, Stampatori, has been in there the whole way as well. Played back to Ramirez. And he just fires that way over both benches.
On to Shackelford Road over there. That one's launched over. Entire dugout.
Keeper, where were you aiming on that one? What pass did you see?
Alanefti. Alanefti being double teamed in the corner. Down there by Shearer and Tajio James. Thrown by Stampatori. Nauman sends this one high in the air. Headed by Bishop. Now Malachi Jones. That rolls out. Corner Lipscomb. Lipscomb already in double digits in the corner kick category. Now 5 minutes into the second half. Just one for Central Arkansas. Might be something that Frank Kohlenstein was emphasizing to his team during the intermission. Alanefti lines it in there, headed back out. Stampatori, ground ball. Bishop got a foot on it. McReady, and now here's Jones. Slid it over to no man's land. Robles able to advance the other way for the Bears. Fontana. Contact there with Stampatori, but ball rolled out for the UCA throw-in. Again, a physical match. The referees let a lot of stuff go in terms of potential fouls. James reels this in near side. Deflected by Kieran. And that's going to be the second corner of the match for the Bears.
It's Central Arkansas corner kick.
There's Jerry Gutierrez. Frank Kohlenstein said in his 4 decades of coaching, Jerry's one of the best team captains he's ever had. Team was really bummed out when he didn't receive any sort of postseason conference recognition. And there's a bouncing ball that's lined by James wide right, and that's the second Tajio James opportunity that falls short.
Yeah, I'm surprised James was able to even make contact with that one. He kind of reached his leg around the defender there. Was able to put a good amount of power behind the shot. Pushing it wide. Again, with the range of motion he had, he wasn't able to really direct it on frame.
Richards gets it back. Deflected away off the pass from Travis. Spicer keeps it alive and advances. Nobody can get to it for Lipscomb, though. Alanefti works in. Alanefti scores! 2-0 Lipscomb.
Second Lipscomb goal, second smoke bomb of the night. Plutarchus Alanefti doubling the Bison's lead. What a player he is. Everyone talks about his assists, his passing ability, but don't underestimate the finishing prowess of Plutarchus Alanefti.
McAleenan credited with the assist for Alanefti, his 4th goal of the season, and you mentioned his assist prowess, Tyler. Alanefti has 11 of those on the season. He's tied for 2nd with 2 others for most assists at the D1 level. And it looked like there Tyler Ramirez just went a little too far outside his box.
Yeah, tried to close the angle, but at the same time kind of caught in no man's land, and Alanefti able to punish him.
They just sent it over his head, and there was not much Javier Ramirez could do.
To Ramirez's credit, he didn't have too much help from his defenders there.
No.
Shows you how Lipscomb turned the switch on so quickly. This half had been fairly dominated by Central Arkansas, coming forward this direction, but Lipscomb able to counter the other way, and Alanefti able to double the advantage.
Taken away by Bishop. Fans wanted a handball call. Don't get it. Central Arkansas awarded the throw-in that Bishop will take. Bishop on the all-freshman team from Aurora, Colorado, as that ball's headed over the cage. About 35 and a half remaining in regulation. Lipscomb an early second half goal to double its lead. Stampatori about 26 minutes into the match. For those of you just joining, made it a 1-0 score. This one's been a lot of fun with Tyler Jordan, our entire wonderful crew. RJ Taylor here on the call. As Robles takes this corner. Curling in there. While squirting around, now it goes back out. Ichikawa. Ichikawa, good set ball. And a bouncing header out on the far side by Robles. It goes wide to Rodriguez's right.
Good defensive work there from Nick Dang on the initial clearance. However, it wasn't cleared far enough away. Ichikawa was able to recover and whip the ball back into the box.
Rodriguez covers up after a dive to his left.
Oh, giveaway.
Malachi Jones trying to make something happen, defended well. And Alanefti not much behind that left-footed shot, rolls right to Ramirez. Well, Ramirez, interesting, got the jersey number there. It's 01. You sometimes see the keeper with the 0 or the 00. I don't think I've ever seen the 01.
I think his keeper counterpart, Connor Wachtel, who started, as you mentioned, some of the earlier games for Central Arkansas, wears the single 1, and Ramirez decided, okay, I'll just put a 0 in front of mine and we're different.
Right.
When you have 31 guys on your roster, I guess that becomes more of an option for a goalkeeper who's less likely to find a number he wants.
Right. Richards trying to create a chance. His entry pass sent back out. Robles. Ball knocked down. Look at Nauman, nifty move. And Lipscomb in transition with an opportunity. Alanefti. Smith got turned around. Ball went off his foot, headed the other way by McReady, way up into the air, and then Bishop heads it toward the sideline. Bison's awarded the throw-in. Spicer finds Nauman. Alanefti trying to find Jones. He's not accurate with that pass. About to say good slide tackle by Alanefti, but the late foul called. One more look at it.
I'm not too sure about that one. Tarkus Alanefti.
And he just got hit with a yellow.
He got a lot of the ball there. Looks like a pretty good slide tackle from my point of view. And seeing the replay in slow motion as well.
Richards plays the ball off the header. Slide tackle by Nauman. Here's a shot and a ball off the top of the crossbar. Looked like Shearer on the far side.
Not a bad effort there from Lucas Shearer. Blazing one off the top of the crossbar.
That yellow card on Alanefti, the fourth called in this match. As Richards works in, Richards a little roller that Rodriguez gets to, and then he
kicked Rodriguez in the face.
Yeah, and he's in some pain as the Lipscomb players are surrounding Tajio James, who of course did not do that on purpose. He's going over to check on Rodriguez. But
oh, he's bleeding.
Oh,
he got a red card. He's gone. That ball rolled through. As soon as Rodriguez goes down and covers and makes any contact, Tajio James is required to jump over him or avoid him at all costs. And he did not do that. He dragged his foot.
so again, Tajio James
A red card has been issued to Central Arkansas's number 4, Elijah.
Issued a yellow card, so his night is over. Excuse me, a red card.
Issued to Central Arkansas's head coach.
Charles Morrow walks in for a first-hand look. Got a quick shot. blood from Rodriguez's forehead.
They also just announced on the PA system that the yellow card was issued to Central Arkansas's head coach, complaining about the red card. See the John Deere card on the pitch for Rodriguez.
So in that situation, intent does not matter. Is that correct? Or because, I mean, James, you could tell from his immediate reaction that he didn't do that on purpose. It was just an incidental contact play that was very unfortunate. You know, the Lipscomb players really surrounded him. Often, of course, standing up for their teammate, but I mean, you could tell James was very apologetic and in no way was trying to do that intentionally.
He was apologetic for sure. That can be a moment of frustration for him. Just deciding to leave the foot in there a little too long. Fans clapping. Rodriguez off the field.
But from an officiating standpoint, where do they weigh the intent, or is it just sort of a technical aspect of the rule, regardless if it's done intentionally or not, it's a red card?
It does come down a good amount to judgment for the referee, but if he thinks there was any intent behind it, and honestly, most of the time, anytime you make contact with your foot to the head of any other player, really the upper body even of any other player, it does often automatically become a red card.
Goalkeeper for Lipscomb, number 22, Harrison Go.
Harrison Go is the new goalkeeper for Lipscomb, the redshirt freshman. 6'1" from British Columbia.
So now, as we have to move on from that moment, as unfortunate as it is for not only J.C. Rodriguez, but also Tajio James receiving the red card and forcing his team to play with 10 men, does affect the game. You have the Central Arkansas team that are down a player now, but you also have backup goalkeeper in for the Bisons who hasn't played in the entire season, really.
He's played in one match this season, but you know, it's a not an easy ask, but you know, putting yourself in Harrison Go's head, I mean, what is running through his mind right now as he is about to take this goal kick?
Do your best to not let your team down, really. I mean, you don't want that negative mindset of, oh crap, I can't make a mistake now, but he also needs to have some confidence in himself, say, I'm in this game now, I got to close out these last 30 minutes, I want to keep this clean sheet, don't give up any goals, we have the man advantage, use it to our advantage. And one of the most important aspects of goalkeeping is communicating with his back line. He needs not only Nick Dang and McCready, who are his two center backs in front of him, to communicate with him. He needs to communicate with his whole team. Be loud, be a presence back there, and be decisive. You have to know when to come off your line, know when to stay in your goal, and be ready for everything. What an opportunity this is for him.
And even 30 minutes remaining in regulation with Lipscomb in front 2-0. Again, the Bears now playing at a man disadvantage.
So I don't know if we said it, but we do wish Juan Carlos Rodriguez the best there. Hope that injury is not too serious. Looked as though he was carted off, gave a thumbs up to the crowd, to a warm round of applause. Hopefully he's treated quickly and in an efficient manner. Able to make a full recovery before a potential final on Saturday. Lipscomb can hold on to this 2-0 advantage.
Alanefti works in and called offside. So sets up Central Arkansas, just a short free kick taken by Travis. Now, like you said, Frank Colenstein called for the yellow card, expressing frustration at One of his players getting a red card. Richards called for the offside.
And again, we talked about the decision there from the referee to give the red card, but Colenstein again can come down to a judgment call for the referee. He didn't like the judgment made. I'm sure it's just frustration already being down 2-0, knowing you're going to have to play down a man now. We'll see whether he's going to have to take a chance at some point.
And that's sent into Ramirez. Really no one there in white jerseys. Yeah, just a tie ribbon around it, just a tough situation, and we really wish all the best for Juan Carlos Rodriguez. Good opportunity for Lipscomb. Malachi Jones up the right wing. Jones fires. Batted down by Ramirez. Another chance for Malachi. He fires wide right.
Saw Luka Nauman there at the top of the box with his hands in the air. Wanted Jones to pass the ball back out after the initial shot. He got the rebound. Nauman wanted the ball at the top of the box. Chance to shoot himself or find a teammate. Jones electing to shoot again and placing it wide right. Seen as Central Arkansas want to get themselves back in this. Having to push numbers forward, but also being down a man. Just how open that leaves them to the counterattack from the Bisons. We saw about 2 or 3 minutes ago, Stampatori running free on the right side, and then there, Jones found open on the right for the Bisons.
That was Ramirez's 7th save. 7 saves, 2 goals allowed. (3-2) lead for Bellarmine in that other semifinal in the 107th minute. A penalty kick goal gave Bellarmine the lead up in Louisville.
What a comeback that was. They were down 2-0 the 28th minute. They've scored 3 unanswered to take the lead and are about 2 minutes away from being in the final Saturday night.
And the home field of the higher seed is the location of the conference final. So if Lipscomb hangs on over the next 26 minutes, it'll be played here. Bellarmine a little over 2 minutes from a win up in Louisville. As Spicer tries to get past Bishop, he can't. UCA awarded the throw-in. Richards chips one ahead, nobody home. And Go will cut this goal kick loose here momentarily.
Gingerly jogging over, trying to waste a little time for his team.
Yeah, no sense of urgency from Harrison Go, that's for sure.
Spicer taking down a rough challenge there. What we don't want to see is any more players getting hurt. And
well, Spicer has to be careful also because he was hit with a yellow card back in the first half.
Yeah, don't want any players getting injured or either team's perspective sent off anymore, at least that is. for Central Arkansas.
Now, remember the two best attackers in this match each have yellows, Fontana and Tyree Spicer.
Wouldn't be surprised if Coach Morrow decides to make some subs here as we get closer to the end, just trying to close this one out. Give some of your top players a little bit of rest.
Yeah,
You're still hanging
Stampatory,
on to advantage well.
McGreedy, Kieran, McElwain, and all guys with playing the entire match as a goal comes in for Javon Smith. Ramirez out a little too far, leaving the net exposed.
Talked about just how open their defense was. With the red card happening. Malachi Jones found on the right side in space. Able to slide it across. Javon Smith, the simple tap in. Lipscomb up 3-0, and now we're really expecting to see some subs here, probably.
Yeah, 7th goal for Javon Smith this season. He had a goal in the regular season finale against Jacksonville, 3 shots on goal on that one as well. Malachi Jones with his 10th assist this year. But just to finish that thought right before the score, Stampatory, McGreedy, Kieran, McElwain, and Jones and Dang have all played the entire match. Jackson Dutton appears now for Devontae Richards for the Bears, and Tyler Stinnett in for Alanefti for Lipscomb. Final in Louisville, Bellarmine a 3-2 winner over Stetson. The Knights came back from a 2-0 deficit in that one, and they punched their ticket to the conference championship. And Lipscomb now under 23 minutes from playing host to that conference championship Saturday. In a potential 1 seed versus 2 seed match. It's going to be tough for Stetson, blowing a 2-0 lead in that one. Central Arkansas awarded back-to-back throw-ins here. Bishop surveys. Gutierrez couldn't handle it. Nauman called for the foul. He's annoyed. Now that's one it seems like that would be let go most of the match. I'm a little surprised that they called that one. It seemed a little ticky-tacky.
Referee electing to give Central Arkansas the free kick. This is a chance for them to try and maybe get themselves back in this one and get a goal, get some momentum.
Gutierrez free kick immediately headed out by Nauman.
Well defended by the Bisons.
Ramirez advances. Travis pokes it ahead. Good tackle. Tyler Stinnett. Here's Spicer, left wing. Spicer. Good cross. Oh, behind Javon Smith. Smith, another opportunity. Or rather, Spicer, that is. And then he and Bishop collide. And Lipscomb gets the corner.
to a little sidestep there. Looked like he just lost his footing. Not too much contact with Bishop. The initial play, he just passed it just behind Javon Smith. Unable to tap home
Javon Smith could have had number 2. And he had 2 goals in the first matchup between these two teams back on the 30th of September. So this is Lipscomb's 11th corner.
Bishop looks to be injured after that collision with Spicer. Holding a
athletic training staff looking at his right hand rather.
Like a dislocated finger or something. Doesn't look like he's in too much pain, but holding that hand.
And Lipscomb does take a substitution ahead of this corner kick. Burl Shepard in for Luca Nauman. That ball gets headed around. And it'll go the other way. Goal kick coming up here for Ramirez in the final 20.5 minutes. And Shepard fouled by Gutierrez.
Here's catching Shepard late there, mid-shin.
Here's a ball shot wide over on the far side by Smith.
Looks like Daniel Sambatori was cross-blocked out wide for a Bison's corner.
Number 12 for Lipscomb in the corner kick category.
It's a wild tally. That number just continues to rise throughout the night.
I mean, they're beating Central Arkansas at a 4-to-1 ratio right now. Down low, Shepard got a foot on it. Ramirez gobbles it up and waits for his guys to get organized and advances it ahead for Ben Hughes. And then Kieran able to get to it for Lipscomb. Gutierrez, stolen by Stinnett. Gutierrez fouled him. Back-to-back fouls basically on Jerry Gutierrez. Take one more look at it there.
Talked about just the sloppiness and frustration for the Central Arkansas Bears. It's 12 fouls for them tonight compared to Lipscomb's 7.
Well, when you look back, this could easily be a 3-2 match, maybe even 3-all. And that was something that Frank Cohenstein talked about. One thing he didn't like, even though they won the game against Queens on Saturday, he said that he was disappointed in his team not being able to finish more opportunities. They obviously did get the one goal, but that was a recurring theme for the Bears all season, not being able to finish. And he said the same thing in reference to the first matchup between these two teams, and again, a recurring theme tonight.
Yeah, definitely. We talked about it on Saturday night. You and I did the broadcast on that one. How that game could have been 5-0 Central Arkansas over Queens.
Yeah, no doubt.
They had so many chances to put the game to bed, but they kept it close just by missing good opportunities. We saw it here tonight. Tajo James and Devontae Richards both having great opportunities as working for Malachi Jones. Trying to chip the keeper, and he just mishit it. Had to get a little too cute there, Malachi Jones.
And again, Ramirez was not the goalkeeper when these two teams faced off in late September. It was Connor Wachtel. Ramirez has been back for about a month now.
Lipscomb substitution entering the match, number 13, Levi Jones.
I don't know that any of the goals, there was really a chance for Javier Ramirez to save. A lot of them came down to the bad defensive work from his teammates. Unfortunate from his point of view. He's had to deal with that, but
slid over to Dang, who launches it.
just how open that midfield is for the Bisons to take possession, being up a man.
Stinnett, missed opportunity to make it a 4-0 game. Javon Smith again.
Javon Smith, I think it was harder for him to miss than make right there. He found the harder option.
Yeah, it just went straight up into the air.
About 4 yards out from the goal and sending it over. This game should be 4-0 right now.
Yeah, Smith right there at the top of the 6-yard box. A couple of different opportunities. The one we just saw right there, and that other cross from Spicer that was behind him. Here's Jones, Stinnett, Smith for number 2, no.
Pietro Fontana just received a red card.
Well, he was called for the yellow in the first half on a hard foul.
I don't think he was on the field, RJ.
Yeah, he was out of the game, so
he was on the bench, and
some sort of unsportsmanlike conduct, I suppose.
Yeah, must have said something or done something that received him his second yellow. I'm not exactly sure what the rule is on if you're off on the bench already. Does that cause you to?
Well, I mean, is it one of those things like, you know, in baseball, the umpire can throw somebody out of the game from the dugout if they know who it is, and the referee who was potentially doing the chirping and gave him the second yellow, ultimately leading to the red.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if Central Arkansas is now playing with 9 men, or if they still have 10 on the field. We'll have to do a count. Because if he was on the bench, I don't know if they would make them pull another player off the field. But if he was on the field, they should be playing with 9 men.
He was not on the field.
Pull out your NCAA rule book.
Right. Stinnett, Jones right wing.
They do have 10 out there still, so not forced to remove another player, but they've received 2 red cards tonight.
I mean, that's just, from Fontana's perspective, that's just frustration just pouring over and him having to blow off some steam.
Yeah, it's sad to see. That really is just the ugly side of the sport. You don't ever want to see players getting red cards unless they're maliciously, looking to cause injury or disrupt the game. Fortunately, from his point of view, just the frustration got the best of him, and team's leading goal scorer getting a red card in it's going to end up being their last game of the season.
Yeah, officially coming in the 75th minute. Here's Kieran. Levi Jones back in the game. Shot affected there by Jerry Gutierrez. And Gutierrez works in with it. Now Shepard takes a little bump. No call. He embellished that one a little bit, checking over with the assistant referee on the near side. Hey, can I get something over here?
Okay, Jones is fouled there. It's just sloppy now from the Central Arkansas Bears. Again, I think if I'm Charles Morrow, I'm starting to pull some of my star players. I don't want anyone else getting injured.
Yeah, big match Saturday here for Lipscomb, should things hold up in the final 10:40. Christian Chavez assessed for that last foul. Stang advances. Stinnett, Shepard, Smith scores number 2 of the night. And Lipscomb takes a 4-0 lead.
And that will do it. Javon Smith, right place at the right time, as a true number 9 striker does. 4-0 Lipscomb. They've got both feet in the final Saturday night against Bellarmine. There's a lot of happy Bisons in the stadium here tonight.
Burl Shepard and Stampatori credited with the assists. Smith, goal number 8 on the year.
What a game it's been for Daniel Stampatori as well. Got that opening goal, now an assist. He's played good defensively all night long. Put him up there for man of the match right alongside Javon Smith, getting the brace.
Number 15, Carson Cook enters for number 12, Javon Smith. And number 27, William Bryan in for number 20, Malachi Jones.
Yet again, Harrison Go, wasting as much time as he can within the legal limit of the game.
Well, never hurts to push the envelope a little bit, right? Richards. This shot blocked. Race for it near the far corner. Stampatori gets to it. William Bryan now in the game. Shepard's the ball across midfield. Jones with Travis on him. With 9 minutes left in regulation. Back to Jones from McAleenan. Jones navigates into the box. Ball blocked by Hughes. Jones falls down and Kieran deflects that out. Central Arkansas awarded the throw-in that Deion Travis will take.
Substitutions for Central Arkansas entering the match is number 8, Shuto.
So we'll have,
Number 13, Owen Jowie.
with the exception of the first round match between Queens and Central Arkansas, a chalk men's side of the bracket in the Atlantic Sun tournament. The higher seeds have won every match. I think it's fairly safe to say the higher seed will win this match here in the next 7 minutes and 45 seconds, but Stetson took down Jacksonville. And again, the only match that the lower seed has won, Central Arkansas over Queens, that we called 2 nights ago. Jones pulling at Travis's jersey as he works in. And that's popped out of play. Central Arkansas awarded the corner. Richards a little frustrated there, wanted to get the ball in a lot quicker from the ball boy along the near side. A lot of air underneath that one, and that goes off the side of the cage. So Go really hasn't been challenged too much since coming in for Juan Carlos Rodriguez about 23 minutes ago. And the frustration, Tyler, for Central Arkansas has visibly boiled over.
Talked about even at halftime, even before halftime, how tense this game was, and we felt those tempers might flare a little bit, and that they did. Especially following the red card. First red card, that is. And
yeah, of course, you know, a lot of upset Lipscomb players there standing up for their teammate after Rodriguez got hit in the face. There were about 4 guys in all white right around Tajio James immediately. That, and then James frustrated at getting the red card. Colenstein getting the yellow for the same reason, frustrated at the call. Fontana the red after some chirping from his own bench.
Fontana really didn't have any impact on this game. I think he had less than 5 touches total in this one. Really never saw the connection between him, Richards, and James that we saw Saturday night against Queens. Those 3 worked so well together in that match.
Yeah.
But really never got it going tonight.
And well, Fontana, to a certain degree, was neutralized a little bit Saturday, too. He had 2 shots, but he wasn't a huge factor like he normally is for somebody of his standards.
Tonight, that really is credited to the Lipscomb team. It's only given up 30 goals this season, which may sound like a lot, but the defensive work has been good all year for the Bisons. It's improved, we'll say that. Started the season off a little shaky, but gotten better and looked to close out after winning the ASUN regular season championship, the tournament champions as well. Saturday night looking to book their ticket to the big dance. year's College Cup.
Final 3:20 here. Good takeaway by Shepard. Levi Jones ahead. Jones, tough angle. Right to Ramirez. Lipscomb corner, number 13, a baker's dozen for the Bisons in that category.
Levi Jones, a fan favorite here at Lipscomb. Crowd urging him on to score that goal there. Actually hit it right at Javier Ramirez. Out for, as you mentioned, the 13th corner of the game for the Bisons. Just wind this clock out. Final 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Going all the way back to Cooper Kieran on that one.
Over to Stampatori's played the entire match. A lot of that back line, basically the entire back line is played all night. Lipscomb 100 seconds from a very decisive semifinal win. This will be the third season in a row in which Central Arkansas falls in the postseason to Lipscomb. In the conference championship in 2022, Lipscomb won 6-2. And in the 2021 ASUN championship, a 4-1 Bison's victory in that one. As Jones puts another move on, Stinnett couldn't get the handle, and he's called for the foul with a minute left.
Stinnett's called for simulation there. Referee said he took a dive. Something we've seen more often in today's modern game. Referees handing out yellow cards for flopping, and he thought Tyler Stinnett flopped there, so gave him the yellow card. Won't affect the match at all, but interesting to see.
Richards surrounded there by white jerseys. Under 30 seconds, and a substitution here in the final moments of this one.
Rory in for Nick Dang. He's not going to play about 30 seconds of this one.
Yep. So Kieran waiting for
our clock. Unfortunately, the screen is off.
Just waiting for this to wind down here so he can throw the ball in and let this final 29 seconds play out. Again, there are 29 seconds still on the clock.
finally allowing play to restart and play out those last 20 seconds now.
Well, Yanino and Jones get tangled up right there. All the referees now coming in to separate everybody. There's one more look. Jones on the ground after that run-in with Yanino. Sent in toward Go. He makes the catch and falls on top of it. And Go is just going to hang on to the ball and launch it up into the air. And